Nothing was off limits. Two candidates, both hoping to represent the Delaware district on the Buffalo Common Council, fielded questions from constituents tonight at a Q&A session hosted by the Parkside Community Association. Western New York's very first Sonic, and actually the largest in the nation, is now officially open. Folks have been waiting for this moment for months, and now it is here. I think they have their food. We actually want to talk to them. This is Cameron. You were the first person here. Tell me about it. What was your plan to get here first?
Residents I spoke with say many cars in this lot right here behind the complex were hit, and it didn't stop here. The cars along the curve running behind the complex were also hit. And now Councilmember Franzak is wanting answers.
7 Eyewitness News reporter Cierra Johnson on this story. She's live outside the Buffalo Academy for Visual Arts tonight.
That's right. It's a story we've been following since the very beginning. Buffalo School Board member Carl Palladino's planned, send your child to school or you could face jail time. In about 30 minutes, that plan will be heard here in front of the school board. Now, 7 Eyewitness News spoke with Palladino. Jeff, these thefts are taking place inside power substations, and despite warning signs of the high voltage lines, thieves throughout Wyoming County are still breaking in looking for copper they can turn into cash. And tonight, investigators say it's just not worth it. Every year, men across the country ditch their razors and opt for a more natural look. The annual tradition No Shave November is used to help raise awareness of cancer and men's health issues. And this month, city workers in Lackawanna are going scruffy for a good cause. It was on January 2nd when Officer Daniel Wilson passed away from a chronic health condition. But his legacy lives on in the Still City where he served with pride. Now his fellow officers, along with city workers from the Department of Public Works, are ditching their razors and opting for that natural look, all to raise money for upstate New York transplant services.
I stopped shaving yesterday. My director of public safety, my director of development, they all want to participate as well. We're going to be matching donations with the police department, so is the public works and the fire department. So everybody who has men working, they're going to be growing beards.
And firefighters will also be getting involved. Although they are technically not allowed to grow beards because of those face masks, they do plan to grow out their mustaches as a show of support. And we're going to be following the beard progression of all those participating in Lackawanna's No Shave November event on our website, WKBW.com. And again, if you are participating, we'd love to see your pictures. Tweet me at Cierra WKBW. Cierra Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Cierra. We have our own Mr. Scruffy right here, actually.
I will have to tweet Cierra to show her my face. Yeah.
That's right, Joanna. 3 months after the woman claimed two-time Stanley Cup winner and Chicago Blackhawk Patrick Kane raped her in his Hamburg home, the alleged victim is now stepping away from the case. When 91-year-old Ralph Clark's caretaker arrived at his apartment Tuesday morning and couldn't find him, he became alarmed, and after a brief search by police, the Batavian man was found dead on the roof of his 8-story building at 400 Towers on Main Street. And the law was passed unanimously and is now headed to the New York Secretary of State. Legislators tell me the law should become effective in Niagara County by December 1st. The attendance plan wasn't the only motion submitted by board member Carl Palladino. He's trying to get the district to return to neighborhood schools, something that he believes will also help the truancy problem. It was decided that Superintendent Cash will conduct an evaluation of neighborhood schools and suggest recommendations to the school board. Cierra Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News.
I remember when he was taken from me after he was born.
It's a fear every pregnant woman faces, complications after birth.
I was able to put my finger through his hand, and I felt his fingers wrapped around it for a few minutes, and that touch was one of the few touches I had for quite some time after he was born. And
mother and baby separated so both can recover. It's a vivid memory for Amy after giving birth to her firstborn, AJ. He was rushed to Women and Children's Hospital because the hospital where he was born didn't have a neonatal intensive care unit. 9 years after that traumatic experience, Amy is joining several other mothers with similar stories at Millard Fillmore Suburban Hospital in Amherst. Now she smiles because this hospital is opening a NICU wing.
And this NICU that's opened here today allows each of the 10 families here to be able to have that special bonding time with their baby, which is so important.
10 units, which will begin welcoming babies next week. Each features state-of-the-art equipment and bright, welcoming rooms. Nurses trained at Women and Children's will staff the new floor.
This allows us to go the next step so that we're able to optimize our outcomes for our babies that we deliver.
Optimized outcomes for both baby and mother, something Amy hopes others will consider when choosing a hospital.
But certainly, having gone through that experience, ensuring that you're in a hospital that has a NICU, God forbid there's a circumstance again that would arise, I think is incredibly important.
And the new 10-unit NICU floor is a collaboration with Women and Children's Hospital. A doctor I spoke with says babies born at the Amherst Hospital can and will still be transferred to Children's if their condition requires specialized care. Cierra Johnson, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Cierra.